The primary thing that separates companies that have huge success with pricing and those that don't is it's a collaborative effort. It's a team effort. There's, in some cases, we have clients that are, they don't necessarily have a pricing committee, and we really recommend there needs to be somebody from sales that's a part of the conversation, that is in the discussion. Success in a pricing initiative comes down to change management, and change management is really, it's a trust issue, right? It's like we need to know and trust that that you're protecting us. In all my years of sitting in that chair as a pricing manager, one of the responsibilities that I took very seriously is it's my job to protect the person that is belly to belly, eyeball to eyeball with a customer at the counter. I need to protect him and make sure that he's not embarrassed. And here's the thing: there's thousands of items, and some of them are just obscure, anonymous, and there's going to be some mistakes every now and then. But by and large, you got to protect the frontline people that are out there. And for that reason, you got to have people in different roles to be involved in the pricing discussion. There needs to be a committee. There needs to be a systematic review periodically of pricing issues, because in some cases we'll have we don't necessarily have a committee or a team that are addressing these issues. And what typically happens is we could get some good impact out of the gate, but then as things start happening and people just overreact, and then there's not a systematic data-driven review where it's like, oh, I understand that you got some pushback here, but really we have these other branches or these other customers that are very similar, and we're getting this price all day, every day, right? And so maybe we just challenge the customer a little bit. Crazy to think, but sometimes they lie. Sometimes we've trained them to, if they wave their hands and act appalled, then we will discount the price, right? But on this item, we're really strong. We feel really good about it, and we have a lot of customers that are just like them that are paying this price all day, every day. There's a book I read not too long ago called Atomic Habits, and one of the things that really stood out to me all this time is just there's one line. He says, we don't rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems. And whether we know it or not, whatever results we're getting today is a product of systems. Right? We may not be consciously aware of those systems, but when I talk about, we get some pushback and we overreach and we give away more than we should, and we lock it in on a customer-specific pricing record that then, from that point forever, is treated as untouchable. Like, those are the type of systems that lead to these compressed margins that we're getting. So it's great to have goals. We need to think about, what are the things systematically that we're going to do to review our performance, monthly, quarterly review, and dig into the objections that we're getting, whether they come from, like I said, a lot of times it's coming from the internal walls of our company, whether it's coming from internal or external. How are we going to review these things? What are the things that we're going to take into consideration? And how are we going to handle them? And then how are we going to review this? Because so many times we have well-intentioned goals, but if we don't have really systematic place with people that have different perspectives and interests as a part of that process, then it doesn't work, and we never get there. We're always trying to catch up.